Do you know how to fold a crane? Okay, that takes time, but this is really simple. These are bookmarks.
Okay, that works as well.
This you can do.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not that you can't
I have
do
no
that.
skills. No, you should not
can't do the
assume.
other thing. But
Senator Hirono, thank you so much for joining our K-PAC series of videos, Spill the Tea. Everyone knows you across the country, but we wanted folks to see a more personal side of you, and thank you for being here today. You are such a trailblazer for our K-PAC caucus, but for so many women across the country, the first Asian American woman and the first woman senator from the state of Hawaii. For those of you who might not know a lot about you, could you share a little bit about yourself?
first of all, I think this is a wonderful series because it's really important to let the American people know, and of course our constituents know, that we don't just run for office and do left brain wonky things. That there's a lot more to each of us and our interests and all of that. I think this is a wonderful way to convey the humanity and what makes us tick. So what makes me tick is I am an immigrant, and I often say that one of my life lessons, which I learned from my mother, is one person can make a difference, because my mother changed my life by bringing me to this country. And I was brought up on a rice farm in Japan with my grandparents, and I knew nothing about America, Hawaii, to say the least, and English is not my first language either. So being an immigrant, it very much informs who I fight for and why, and who I fight for are the people who I say do not have the power, don't have the voices that need to be heard. So my hope is that by my advocacy, I can be that voice for everyone. Not to tell them what to do or anything, but to say, look, I'm here for you guys.
Yeah, and you absolutely are. So many times I see you on the news and I'm like, she's saying exactly how we feel, and she has a platform to be able to relay the concerns and fears of so many across the country. And people know a lot about you, but I don't know if everyone knows that Senator Hirono is quite skilled with ceramics and origami. And I see we have some origami paper in front of us. What are we making
This is a
today?
test.
I don't
Not
have
really.
talent.
Well, this is part of the artistic expression. I think it's very important, and I say this to my staff a lot, and especially at a time when there are rapid changes, that one of the ways that we can contend with changes is to really enhance and support our own creativity. So when you're creative, that means that, in my view, you have an open mind, you see things differently, and I have many ways of expressing my creativity, and part of it is just origami, which is an art form, by the way. And I fold really simple origami shapes. For example, this is a bookmark. So this is really easy. And this is everybody knows this shape. It's the Japanese crane, and I have an installation in my office that consists of thousands of cranes that people have
I've
folded,
seen it.
and
It's
we
cool.
string it up and we do that. So I think to make it easy for us, we will fold the bookmarks.
Yeah, let's do easy.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so you just do a triangle. And sometimes I do these just in the morning, as part of my morning routine. The important thing about origami is making the creases really sharp and making sure that things are aligned.
I'm not sure this is relaxing for me. Am I doing it right?
Yep. Just like that, and then do this. Try to get this part closed.
We're very fast.
Like that? Good. Thank you.
Oh.
See? How simple is that? And you can just
Amazing.
also sign this. It kind of personalizes
Yeah.
it. So this is something that I
my
would
gosh. I love that.
encourage you to do.
And then you make these too, but you're not going to teach us how to make these, right?
It took me
It's a secret.
quite a while to learn how to do this, but it's a trade secret. So these are very special boxes that I fold and I send it to people.
This is a great form of self-care, and
Yeah.
Senator Hirono, I just want to thank you because you're just such a champion for the arts, for public education, fighting for money for initiatives like the Native Hawaiian and Alaska Native Culture and Arts Grant Program.
And I think, Grace, what we're dealing with this regime, I call it a regime because of its authoritarianism, is this all-out assault on diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI, that's all of us.
Yeah.
One of the first executive orders that President Trump issued upon being inaugurated was to direct all his departments to get rid of anything that would be deemed supportive of DEI. So since then, he's put a stop to money that's going to minority-serving institutions. That's those institutions that serve Black Americans, Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders. So the University of Hawaii is impacted. And there's about $300 million in federal grants that go to these minority granting institutions. He's putting a stop to that. And any kind of a cultural aspect, which of course celebrates the diversity of our country.
He doesn't think of us as American, right?
Yes.
Asian, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander history and culture is just as American as anyone else. And I know we're working
on to fight for our right to become citizens and to, to be able to do what we do here in the country that is supposed to be the country that gave us opportunities. And so KPEC is really important. This is a time for us to fight back even more, to celebrate our cultural diversity.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep fighting for funding, fighting for recognition for all of our communities. Our Asian American and Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander communities are so grateful for your leadership. We'll have to keep pushing forward. I know we're working on legislation to ensure the teaching of HPI history in our schools and our classrooms. We want to expand education, not stifle it. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and thank you to our fearless leader, Senator Hirono.
Well, it takes all of us, everybody. Aloha.